Good evening and happy Thursday as we welcome you back to the Convocation Center here at Ohio University for tonight's regional semifinal between the Unioto Shermans and the River Valley Vikings. Along with John Bruce, my name is Dewey Daly as we welcome you into tonight's coverage. John, we've reached the regional tournament right back down here on Richland Avenue, a trip to Sunday's Elite Eight on the line here tonight.
Yeah, it's a big game. First time these two have ever met, and really neither team has had all that many tough battles throughout the season, but they have a line to where these two will meet up here with a trip to the Elite Eight on the line.
And John, something we were kind of joking about in pregame is that it's the second time this season Unioto will play River Valley for the first time in program history.
Yeah, can't be too many River Valleys in the state, and it just so happens that Unioto is playing two of them for the first time this year. So they beat one, the Bidwell River Valley, right around Christmas time during the Christmas break, and now slightly bigger game with this one with a trip to the Elite Eight on the line for the first time since 1991 for Unioto.
The Shermans coming into tonight 22-3 under first-year head coach Matt Combs. Shermans winning their 5th district title last Thursday over Waverly. That was a 56-32 final over the Tigers. As you mentioned, the Shermans looking to get back to the regional final for the first time since 1991, 0-3 in their last 3 trips to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, 2 of them have been really tight games. One came down, actually 2 of them came down to Unioto with possession with a chance to win the game with around 5 seconds left in each. Didn't happen in either one of those. The other trip, Unioto fans don't really want to talk about that one because that was not nearly as close. So they would prefer it to be one of those first two where it's been very competitive all the way down to the very end of the game, where I'm sure River Valley would like it to be a lot like that 2018 contest where John Glenn really blew out the Shermans within the first 4 minutes of the game.
And John, for River Valley, 23-2 under head coach Rod Brown, a 50-30 win in their district final out of the East 1 over Buckeye Valley this past Sunday. So a little shorter of a break for the Vikings coming into tonight.
Yeah, a little shorter of a break, but at the same time, at this time of the year, the breaks don't really mean a whole lot other than maybe you just kind of get out of rhythm, where for River Valley, they won't be out of rhythm at all because they will have been playing a pretty consistent tone. And also not playing for a shorter amount of time also gives you less time to get rusty. And I'm doubting that this River Valley team will be rusty in any way, as they've really been rolling for most of the season. They had a 3-point loss to a 9-15 Marion Pleasant team, which just based off of the location, I would say probably is a pretty big rival for them, where Unioto also had one disappointing loss in there to a similar record-wise Westfall team. So each team had one disappointment on the season, but other than that, have played very well throughout the season, and that is why they have been able to get here and done so pretty easily throughout their tournament run as well.
And both teams with losses to really tough opponents, as well as the other loss for River Valley to Bishop Watterson. And Unioto opened the season with a lopsided loss to Miami Trace, who just suffered their first loss this past Sunday in their district final.
Yeah, and with both teams having taken care of their league opponents and only had a couple of losses throughout the year, they've been focused throughout the entire season, and that's what really should keep this a pretty locked-in game between both teams. Unioto also had a substantial loss to Jackson, who ended up losing in the district semifinal, which may have saved Unioto, a little bit of an issue there because they have struggled with them the last couple of seasons. But this still should be 2 locked-in teams, some pretty veteran teams as well. Should really just be a really fun matchup here tonight here at the Convo.
And John, it's been pretty spread out scoring for both teams all season long. Is coming into tonight, both teams with 4 players that average double figures coming into tonight's regional semifinal.
Yeah, and the top 2 pretty much are, wash with each other. Chase Smith averaging 14 points a game for River Valley. Blake Fitch, the SVC Player of the Year, averaging 14.4 points a game for Unioto. Now, Chase Smith shoots the three ball a little bit better than anyone Unioto has. He's hit 59 threes on the year. Blake Hoops has hit about 35 threes on the season for the Shermans. So that part of the game isn't as much, a wash as the others. But Unioto has 4 guys that shoot the three ball pretty well. And Fitch, Hoops, Caden Cutright, and Jackson Sickafus in the starting lineup, where River Valley does it with Chase Smith, Carter Myers, Sawyer Weston, and Chase Abbott as well. So they've got 4 guys that can really shoot it from the outside as well. So either way, whoever knocks down shots is going to be the favorite in this game. If one team can knock down shots early and get off to a quick start, maybe that can cause some anxiety for the team that gives up the shooting to start. So either way, I think both teams have to feel like they have to play pretty well here because the opponent is more than capable. And either way, this one should be a really good matchup from start to finish.
So, John, we've talked about the offense. Both teams with 4 players averaging double figures. Are you forecasting a shootout here tonight, or will it be a defensive battle between the Shermans and Vikings?
The Vikings seem to score a little bit more than what Unioto gives up. I would say we'll see probably in the upper 50s, low 60s. But either way, I don't think either team can let the other get off to a quick start, because both teams do play solid defense, which can really slow down the other team's offense, obviously.
Vikings and Shermans, Sweet 16 Regional Semifinal coming up next here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Now here's a little Wendy's menu hack for you. If you want a super fresh, high-quality burger every time, just tell them you want a hamburger. And then they'll give you one right off the grill. Made for you, not waiting on you. No code words required. Every single hamburger, every single time. Okay, so that's not really a menu hack. When it's made fresh every time, gotta be Wendy's.
Teams, along with 14 others trying to get to the state championship. The officials assigned to our game have been selected by the basketball coaches in Ohio through a system approved by the Board of Control. Our officiating team this evening, Kyle Gilmore, Chase Hiles, and Adrian Williams. They combined for 75 years of basketball officiating experience. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. You're requested to regard them as such and so treat them in keeping with the ideals of good sportsmanship. Remember, just as you expect sportsmanship on the court, they expect sportsmanship in the stands. And now, if you've been here, you know. If you haven't never been here, you don't need to ask because we tell you what time it is. It is basketball 30. Let's go to our starting lineups. First for the Vikings of River Valley. At forward, a 6'5" senior, number 0, Owen Austin. At guard, he's a senior, standing 6'2", number 1, Sawyer Weston. A senior guard at 6'1", number 4, Chase Ebert. He's a guard, he's a junior, he's 6 foot tall, he's number 5, Chase Smith. And a sophomore forward standing 6'5", number 11, Carter Myers. Rodney Brown's the head coach, assisted by Scott Crawford, Josh Moyer, Ryan Spires, Drew Sigmiller, and Ethan Bell. Now introducing, wearing their home whites, the Shermans of Unioto. A 6'1" senior forward, number 1, Blake Hoops. At forward, he's 6'3", he's a senior, number 2, KB Perkins. A 5'11" junior guard, number 3, Blake Fitch. A 5'10" guard, who's a senior, number 13, Caden Cutright. And a guard, a 5'9" junior, number 24, Jackson Zickafoos.
Road Navy Blues tonight. For River Valley under head coach Rod Brown, it'll be Owen Osting, Sawyer Weston, Chase Ebert, Chase Smith, and Carter Myers. For Unioto, their home whites under first-year head coach Matt Combs, Blake Hoops, KB Perkins, Caden Cutright, Jackson Zickafoos, and Blake Fitch.
Our officiating crew tonight, Kyle Gilmore, Chase Hiles, Adrian Williams.
It'll be Myers and Perkins to the center circle here at the Convo. As Zickafoos throws it back into play near side, it'll be the Shermans to kick things off here tonight. Fresh off of a lopsided district final win over the Waverly Tigers. Fitch pulls up from 15 and puts it down.
It's a nice work there. Blake Fitch getting his man on his heels a little bit and knocking down the 15-footer.
Vikings now with their first trip on the offensive side. Weston puts it onto the floor, flips it up and in with the right hand.
Yeah, good work by Weston. Gets his man on his heels and then hits a little floater in the lane to tie this thing up.
Perkins now double teamed off the screen. Back out to Hoops now with Perkins. Both teams with baskets on their first trips on the offensive side. Here's Hoops now in the right corner. Dribble drive off the backboard, won't go. Osting the rebound underneath for River Valley.
Yeah, good drive, just unable to get it to fall. Osting secures the board.
Weston steps into a two-pointer, can't connect. Perkins up top for the rebound for the Shermans. Fitch now down in the low post, up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Rebound Carter Myers.
Another decent look, just unable to get it to fall.
Now Osting now inside off the glass and in.
Good work by Osting running the floor and Weston finding him to take the first lead of the game for the Vikings.
Fitch now driving the other way, looking out to Zickafush, now cut right, he tries and connects from downtown.
Good ball movement, a little bit of fortunate bounce for the Shermans, but ultimately ends up in the hands of Cutright, who drills the three.
Vikings right back down low to Osting, off the glass, this time can't connect. Blake Hoops the rebound for the Shermans. (5-4) Unioto. Hoops down the lane with the left hand, deflected by Osting. Chase Smith now a 15-footer on the move, can't connect. Zickafush the rebound and a foul on Owen Osting. First foul tonight for either team.
First foul of the game charged to Owen Osting.
It's a good feeling, though, the first couple minutes of this game, because it feels like both teams are in a normal groove, and it's not like this is a new facility for both teams. It is for River Valley, but they're just playing normal, where Unioto does have the one game experience in this gym.
Full court pressure from River Valley. Fitch now across the timeline for Unioto. Fitch spinning inside, dishes it off to Perkins with the left hand, banks it in.
Good work by Blake Fitch, finding his man, cutting to the basket for the easy left-handed layup.
Hot start for the Shermans on the offensive side. Now the other way, Sawyer Weston with a right-handed runner.
Yeah, good work by Weston. Just sees the opening and then uses the glass really well right there to cut this back to a one-point game.
Hoops now from beyond the college line. Knocks down a three-pointer.
This is when the Shermans are the best, is when Blake Hoops is knocking down shots and Blake Fitch is finding his shooters.
Carter Myers now spinning inside and a foul on Blake Hoops. 2 shots for the Vikings. As Carter Myers will step to the line, trailing by 4 here in the first quarter. Myers 71% from the stripe this season.
It was good work by Myers, just getting
2 shots.
kind of the in-between mark, goes into the contact, draws the foul.
Substitution for the Viking. Hudson Pollock in for Owen Osting.
Two for 2 on the trip for Myers. Is Hudson Pollock checking into the game for River Valley. So halfway through the first quarter, a 10-8 lead for Unioto. Down low, Perkins up with the left hand, able to draw the foul. 2 shots coming up for KB Perkins.
Looked like he might have got bailed out there because it looked like Carter Myers was straight up, but ultimately he's called for the contact. Now KB Perkins will step to the line where he's a 64% shooter on the season.
9 points, 8 rebounds in the win over Waverly for Perkins as he knocks down the first.
Yeah, he had a knee injury last baseball season. It took him until a little bit after Christmas to really get acclimated to how everything was now, and he's been playing very well down the stretch for the Shermans.
Perfect trip to the line for KB Perkins. Lead back up to 4 for the Shermans. Chase Smith now driving to the basket with the right hand. Can't get it to go through traffic. Out of bounds, Unioto basketball.
Yeah, pretty solid defense, but Chase Smith almost had a chance to pull that back down and go right back up with it.
Perkins lobbing it ahead. Here's Cutright near side. Cutright fires a 3 and connects. Caden Cutright another 3.
That's a huge play. A 7-point lead already for the Shermans. Cutright buries the triple.
Weston now bounces it down low. Hudson Pollock off the glass for the deuce.
Good work by Weston. His second assist already. Does a good job drawing the defender to him and getting his second assist.
Fitch down the lane, cut off by Smith. Now back out beyond the arc for the Shermans. 5 minutes in, a 15-10 lead for Unioto. Fitch posted up, spins, fading away, off the front iron, won't go, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Chase Smith. It'll stay on this end with the Shermans.
Yeah, pretty good look and good work by Jackson Zickerus to stay with it to make it to where that was not a clean rebound for the Vikings.
Sophomore Isaac Coy checking in for Unioto. First sub here in the quarter for the Shermans as Carter Myers deflects the pass from Blake Fitch out of bounds.
Good help side defense by the Vikings, not letting anything go.
Fitch right into hoops, can't get it to go off the glass. Sawyer Weston, the defensive board for River Valley.
Big missed opportunity for the Shermans.
Ebert driving to the basket with the right hand, too strong off the glass. Perkins brings it in and throws it up the floor. Cutright on the other end, can't finish. Offensive rebound for Cutright out the hoops. He fires a 3 and puts it in. Blake Hoops knocks down the triple, and the Shermans' lead is up to 8.
Just completely outworking the Vikings right now. Missed the layup there by Cutright, and a great job by the senior to stay with it and kick it back out for the 3.
First time out tonight for River Valley. It's a 30-second timeout for Rod Brown and the Vikings as they trail 18-10 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and right now, if I'm a River Valley fan, I'm not too worried. Maybe just they're playing a little bit harder. Unio's playing a little bit harder right now, but you still have to remember this arena takes at least a quarter to get acclimated to it as a shooter. So the shooting will get better for River Valley as it goes on, but you cannot let Unioto play harder than you, because that's where the big difference can come in the game.
Spotless shooting from beyond the arc for the Shermans here in the first quarter. Out of the timeout now, the Vikings will look to cut into this 8-point deficit, and what a way to get it going. Chase Smith a straight-on 3.
And that was about as deep as you could get. Chase Smith buries the 60th of the year.
Now Cutright fires another 3. This time can't connect. Ebert the rebound, lobbing it ahead to Myers, but it's deflected out of bounds by Perkins. Both teams, John, not shy to fire it down the floor.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness, and that's going to lead to the more scoring like we talked about a little bit in the pregame.
Dawson Mitchell checking in for Unioto as Eli Snyder onto the floor for the Vikings.
Mitchell gets some good length, some good shot blocking. Isn't the strongest right now, but does some little things well.
Weston to Ebert, corner 3 off the mark. Long rebound corralled by Myers. Extended possession now for River Valley. Straight on three, Sawyer Weston can't connect from deep. Hoops the rebound for Unioto. Hoops now, contested three, can't connect, but able to draw the foul. 3 free throws for the 6'1 senior Blake Hoops.
Kind of loose with the shot right now, but with the hard closeout by Ebert, ends up being a foul. Now 3 shots for Hoops, 75% free throw shooter on the season.
Both teams feeling it from downtown here in the opening quarter. Hoops able to knock down the first.
Yeah, and Isaac Coy was able to get a finger on that last shot, giving him a block on the outside for the Shermans.
Jack Welch check it in for the Shermans, replacing Caden Cutright. Three for three on the trip for Blake Hoops. Lead back up to 8 for Unioto.
9 points now for Hoops, who had 16 in their district championship win.
Weston skips it over. Chase Smith, corner three, can't connect. Hoops another rebound for Unioto. Fitch now into the half court for the Shermans. Down the lane with the left hand. Scoop layup won't go. Mitchell the offensive rebound, but a block and rebound for Carter Myers. Takes it back for the Vikings. Now the other way. Sawyer Weston nearly gets it to go, but able to draw the foul.
Mitchell with that foul. That's his first.
Team first on Mitchell.
Sawyer Weston at the line with 2 shots to take.
Both teams shooting well from the free throw line here in the first quarter as well. As Weston 72% from the stripe, knocked down the first. Second falls as well.
Substitution.
David Long into the game for Unioto. Final 40 seconds of the first quarter, 21-15, Sherman's leading. And not the most aggressive possession so far for the Shermans, John. You got to wonder if the idea here is to hold for the final shot of the quarter.
They tend to do it when they can. No turnovers yet in the quarter. It looks like they're going to try to run it down to get that last look.
Final 8 of the first quarter, Finch. Skip pass to Isaac Coy. Coy along the baseline with the right hand, banks it in. Outstanding driving basket for the sophomore.
Just an outstanding quarter for the Shermans offensively with this 23-15 lead.
8-point lead for the Shermans after one. We'll take a break here at the Convo. You're watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to the Convocation Center here in Athens. Lights out shooting for both teams in the first 8 minutes. 8-point lead for Unioto headed into quarter number 2.
Yeah, Unioto very good in that first quarter. The only issue for them, though, is River Valley has not gotten going from the outside yet, which they are more than capable of doing.
Vikings will have the basketball to start the second quarter. As Sawyer Weston throws it away. And Weston arguing there was a tip, but it'll be Unioto basketball.
It looked, I didn't see the tip, but it looked like it was a deflected ball from where we were. So that may be the first break of the game. First turnover for either team.
Fitch's pass nearly taken away by Osting. Now David Long's pass is nearly taken away by Ebert. Here's Welch on the drive out to Fitch, fakes the corner, 3 steps into a 15-footer and connects.
Yeah, when Blake Fitch gets in the mid-range, he's very dangerous as he does so there. Both of his baskets from 15 feet and in.
Largest lead of the evening now for Unioto. Now Weston driving the other way, can't connect, but up on the offensive glass and put back. Chase Smith tips it in.
Good work there by Chase Smith just to get it up off the glass. Cut it back down to 8.
Fitch pass near side deflected by Carter Myers. Cut right, Hoops and Perkins all return for Unioto.
The 3 seniors back for the Shermans. Coy and Long with good minutes. Fitch, obviously good minutes again.
Zikafus give and go, driving to the basket, blocked by Osting. Rebound inside for Carter Myers. 6'4" and 6'5" down low for the Vikings with Osting and Myers. Now a corner 3 on the other end. Carter Myers connects from downtown.
Yeah, it's too easy. Got to get a hand up on him right there. Too good of a shooter to leave open in the corner. 5 points now for Carter Myers.
Lead right back down to 5 for Unioto. Hoops penetrates, looking to hand it off to Perkins, but it's deflected out of bounds by River Valley.
We're going to see Blake Fitch checking back in just to get him a little more consistency at the point.
Unioto basketball underneath, much to the dismay of the Vikings faithful. Fitch bouncing it in to Perkins now without his dribble. Back out beyond the arc now for the Shermans. Fitch down the lane after Hoops, corner 3 off the mark. Offensive rebound momentarily for Perkins, but it's corralled by Chase Ebert. And Ebert called for the carry in transition for River Valley.
Second turnover for River Valley, just trying to go a little bit too fast right there. They initially had numbers.
It's like the box score finally updated the scoreboard here at the Convo. Two and a half minutes into the second quarter, 25-20 Unioto. Here's Hoops. Down low, able to draw the foul. He'll head back to the line, his second trip tonight.
Yeah, just good work inside. The thing Unioto does really well is they have a variety of guys that can post up. So you don't have to have KB Perkins inside. He can throw it inside and let Blake Hoops go to work. It's going to be the second foul on Osting. 10 points now for Blake Hoops after he knocks down the first.
Substitution for the Vikings, Eli Snyder back into the game.
Eli Snyder returning for River Valley and for Owen Osting. Another perfect trip to the line for Blake Hoops. He's now 5 for 5 from the charity stripe here in the first half. (27-20) Unioto leading. Snyder along the baseline. Bounces it off to Chase Smith, who can't finish. Zikafouche now off the screen, out to Cutright for three. Yes!
That's a great throwback pass. Cutright now 3 for 4 from 3. He's got 9.
Cutright 31% from downtown on the season on the other end. Eli Snyder answers with a triple of his own.
Yeah, Snyder able to hop into the shot a little bit and buries it. Cuts it right back down to a 7-point game.
Snyder also 31% from downtown this season, his first triple tonight. Now Fitch double team, pass to the middle of the floor, scooped up by Carter Myers. Weston on the break with the left hand, banks it in.
Yeah, Unioto just looked a little out of sorts right there. Instead of just going back and setting up a normal offense, Fitch throws it back in, gets picked off for an easy 2 on the other end. Good finish by Sawyer Weston.
Fitch now down into the low post, double teamed and back-to-back turnovers for Fitch. Smith's pass ahead taken away by Zikafouche. And a timeout for Unioto. Full timeout for Coach Combs and the Shermans. We'll take it with him. You're watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo-Hio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
.349 to go in the first half here at the Convocation Center. On the campus of Ohio University, it's 30-25, Unioto leading River Valley in tonight's regional semifinal in Division IV.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row for Unioto, so a good timeout for Coach Combs to try to get them to regroup.
Perkins begging for it high post. Now going to work on Myers, up and under, stripped and taken away by Chase Smith. Lob ahead to Ebert, who nearly turns it over and eventually does as Caden Cutright corrals it for Unioto. Fitch now down the lane with the right hand, too strong off the glass. Chase Smith the rebound, now Weston. 2-on-1 break, lob off the backboard, not there for Carter Myers. Vikings not on the same page on that offensive trip.
I don't think either team is right now. This has been about 2 minutes of slop after we had some really good basketball to start this game.
Hoops driving to the basket with the left hand, can't connect off the window. Smith the rebound, and a kickball on Caden Cutright.
If I'm Coach Combs, I might call the rest of my timeouts just to try to regroup after what the last few possessions have been.
Ebert now off the screen, straight on 3, off the mark. Perkins brings it down, but it's taken away by Weston, up off the glass for the deuce.
Good work by Weston, just ripped that ball loose. cuts it down to a 3-point lead here with 2 minutes left here in the first half.
Fitch spinning inside, fading away, can't get it to go. Another rebound for Chase Smith. Myers now going all the way, counted and one.
A good look ahead and good finish through contact for Chase Myers. With a foul on Jackson Zickafoos. And this is about to be a 10-0 run for the Vikings.
Myers able to convert the 3-point play. That ties it at 30 apiece.
A 10-0 run.
Hoops now, pressure from Ebert, and a timeout for Unioto.
Yeah, just not moving the ball.
Second timeout of the first half for the Shermans, this one of the 30-second variety.
Yeah, Unioto went up 30-20. They're moving the ball, no turnovers, and then they've had 3 turnovers, a couple bad shots since, and just for whatever reason, it's kind of rolling downhill right now. Where for River Valley, they've stayed solid throughout, got down 10, but it didn't matter. They're still taking good quality looks. Eventually have tied this up, and now we're dead even after Unioto really dominated the first 12-ish minutes. So
Sherman's basketball out of the timeout, final 90 seconds of the first half. 30-30 tie, currently a 10-0 run for River Valley. Hoops now without his dribble, near side, taken away by Weston. All the way, Sawyer Weston, counted and one.
yeah, Unioto's just completely lost control. That's a give foul for no reason. Just let him have the layup.
Thanks, Fitch, picking up that foul. That's his first team second. At the strike with the bonus, Sawyer Weston.
Back-to-back and one finishes for the Vikings. This time the Vikings unable to convert the 3-point play, and a foul against the Vikings. It'll be the junior Eli Snyder. Just the second of the quarter against River Valley.
That's his first.
Foul charge number 13, Eli Snyder. That's his first, the team's second. Luke Axline in for the first time.
Now Luke Axline onto the floor for the first time tonight for River Valley.
Yeah, if I'm River Valley, I'm going to increase this pressure as well. So, because Unioto just very nonchalant with the ball.
12-0 run for River Valley. They lead by 2. Final 60 here in the first half. Zickafoos entry pass down low with Perkins. Perkins drop step with the left hand, can't get it to go. Second effort, counted in, one for Unioto.
Good work by Perkins to just stay with it. And that's one of those you know when you miss. You knew he missed that first bunny, was able to put it back up and in.
Last 3 baskets on the Convo floor have been and one finishes.
It's a bonus,
as Jack Welch and Isaac Coy return for Unioto. Perkins converts the three-point play as the Shermans retake the lead, 33-32.
Replacing Perkins.
Final 30 seconds here in the first half. Unioto leading River Valley 33-32. Weston feed into the corner. Carter Myers can't connect from downtown. Mitchell the rebound for Unioto. 10 to shoot for the Shermans. Welch puts it on the floor, going all the way in and out for the sophomore. Rebound for Weston. Now 2 to shoot, and the Vikings turn it over.
And I wonder if that had anything to do with the smacking of the backboard when Welch went up, because it deflected it a good bit. Ultimately unable to get it to fall.
So the Shermans will have it just behind the midline. 1.2 seconds to go in the second quarter. Hoops into Coy. He lobs it at the horn but can't connect. Back and forth first half here at the Convo Division IV Regional Semifinal. Shermans leading River Valley 33-32 at the break. And we'll step aside back in about 3 minutes here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Now here's a little Wendy's menu hack for you. If you want a super fresh, high-quality burger every time, just tell them you want a hamburger. And then they'll give you one right off the grill. Made for you, not waiting on you. No code words required. Every single hamburger, Every single time. Okay, so that's not really a menu hack. When it's made fresh every time, gotta be Wendy's.
We welcome you back to the Convocation Center. Here at Ohio University, Unioto leading River Valley 33-32 at the break. Back and forth first couple of quarters, John, here at the Convo.
Yeah, it's been, it looked like it was going to be all Unioto for a while. They got up 30-20, and then a big run to end the half by River Valley got them right back in this. Eventually took a 2-point lead, and then KB Perkins 3-point play closed out the scoring to end the first half. But ultimately, for Unioto, you have to be pretty happy to be up right now because of how that last 4 minutes went. It was not a pretty last 4 minutes. 4 turnovers in that time, a couple of bad shots, and just overall had to burn a couple timeouts. And I know the second one they didn't want to burn, so ultimately ends up, for them, they're fortunate that they're up by 1, even though they shot like crazy from 3 in that first quarter, and ultimately are still shooting 71%, 5 for 7 from 3 here in the first half.
And obviously the winner of this evening's regional semi moving on to the regional final this Sunday. They'll have the winner of the next game, which I know is New Lexington. I'm not sure who New Lexington plays in this next one. Maysville. New Lexington and Maysville, the 8 p.m. tip here at the Convo tonight.
Yeah, Maysville, last year's state runner-up in Division II. Return Gator Nichols, who is one of the better names in the area, and B, one of the better scorers in the state as well. Really good scorer for Maysville, so that's going to be a tough matchup for New Lexington, who's lost to Maysville twice already this year in league play. So it's always good for the Muskingum Valley Conference to be able to be represented by 2 league mates playing each other with a chance to go to the Elite 8.
So John, obviously 2 quarters down here at the Convo. What are you expecting in the second half? We talked pregame. Was this going to be a shootout or a defensive battle? What are your takeaways from the first half? And like I said, what do you expect to either carry over or change in the next couple of quarters here at the Convo?
I would think River Valley's going to up their defensive pressure a little bit. They saw what happened when they were able to really get into Unioto's guards. Made it to where they weren't getting as comfortable shots. So I would expect that to stay up, but you got to score to be able to do that. If you don't score, it's harder to pick up your full court pressure. So for Unioto, you got to try to slow down the offense of River Valley, not let them get open looks from 3. And then when you do so, make sure you get the ball out quick. You don't just give them a long time to set up their defensive pressure, because when they are able to do so, that's when they are able to make a difference in that half. Ultimately, I think Unioto is going to have to really rebound the ball hard in the second half as well. They did a pretty good job in the first half on the offensive glass, or on the defensive glass. They got to make sure to keep that up in the second half, because River Valley has a little bit more size, especially if Perkins isn't in the game for Unioto. And if they can really impact the game that way, it can really be big for Unioto in the second half. They got to try to limit second chances. You limit second chances, and then you take advantage of your shot selection, your good shot selection on the offensive end. And I think Unioto's going to have a chance in this game, but they have to limit those second chances. You can't give up too many of those, and you also can't turn the ball over. Now, for River Valley, I think they just had to get a little bit more time of feeling out the gym. So now that they started to feel out the gym a little bit, they shot 50% in that first half, 38% from 3, pretty good numbers. I think they'd be pretty pleased if they could keep that in the second half. You just can't have Unioto shooting 71% from three-point range in the second half.
And John, you said it best for River Valley. The shooting has gotten better as the night has gone along. But also it just feels like the energy for River Valley has gone up quite a bit as well, as we've already talked about a couple of times, a 12-3 run to end the quarter for River Valley.
Yeah, they've been able to pick up their energy a little bit more, like you said, and by doing that, it made it to where Unio had to worry a little bit. Unio was playing completely carefree, free and easy, no turnovers that first 12 minutes. Then once the turnovers started to build up, you could tell Unio was a little bit anxious from the extra pressure that River Valley was bringing. And really, honestly, where Unioto's schedule hasn't been that great, they haven't seen a ton of extra pressure like this. So that's going to be something Unioto's going to have to adjust to very quickly, or else it could go downhill quickly, because just not being used to it, like where River Valley's played a little bit better of a schedule, they've seen it a little bit more often than what Unioto has.
And John, of course, our coverage of regional tournament basketball continuing tomorrow night. A pair of Division V regional semifinals, Minford and Garraway at 6, Chesapeake and Martins Ferry at 8. Two Southeast District teams with an opportunity to potentially move on and face each other in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, and I feel like if they play their way, they play their style, they play with their energy, that we should be able to see a regional final on Sunday between Minford and Chesapeake.
And potentially lock in the possibility of a Southeast District team making it to the Final Four in Division V. But I think for everybody in the Southeast District and the SOSA coverage area, just hoping to see that Chesapeake and Minford matchup,
yes.
One we haven't seen this season.
Yeah, and they're teams that they've been at or near the top of Division V in the Southeast District all season long. And really, that's what you want to see at the end of the year. The best teams in your area represent you deep in the postseason.
Sherman basketball to begin the third quarter, second half underway here in Athens. 16 minutes to go to the regional final. Fitch drives, bounces it to Perkins down low, and it's stripped out of bounds by Chase Smith.
Yeah, it was a good look inside. I think it may have stayed down a little bit too low on Perkins. Even though it was a good pass, I think he just didn't come up as much as he was hoping.
Active hands for Chase Smith, giving Unioto all kinds of problems in the first half. Now Hoops drives up and under. Scoop layup won't go for Hoops. Out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with the Shermans. For the second baseline out of bounds play for the Shermans on this possession. Zikafouche down low, cut right. Now Perkins bounces to Fitch across the lane. Now back out beyond the arc for the Shermans.
This is a good possession for Unioto, not rushing anything here.
Cut right, double team to Hoops. It's already a minute off the clock here in the third quarter. Cut right on the drive through contact. Can't get it to go, but able to draw the foul. Minute and 11 seconds on the possession for the Shermans to open up the third quarter.
Yeah, a couple different plays where the ball is deflected by the Vikings, but nothing really lost it. And then Cutright goes to the lane and gets fouled on the way.
76% from the line on the season for Cutright as he knocks down the first.
First foul on Chase Smith. Cutright now with 10 points.
Three-point lead now for the Shermans.
Sherman's 10 for 10 at the free throw line now.
Ebert up the far sideline, lost it. Picked up by Perkins, bounced ahead to Hoops. As Hoops backs it out and the Shermans will reset. Scoring a stop to begin the third quarter for now for Unioto. Fitch wants to drive out to Hoops near side. Now Hoops inside, able to draw the foul.
Yeah, I think that's going to be on Osteen.
It'll be the third foul on the 6'4 senior Owen Osting.
That's his third, team second.
Eli Snyder back onto the floor for River Valley.
Snyder stretches the floor a little bit for him.
Fitch bounces it in, cut right, down the lane, fouled once again. Cut right, now back to the line for two more shots.
Yeah, right now, Unioto just being too quick at each spot. As they are getting fouled, that's 3 times now in the first minute 40.
Shoot 2.
2 for 2 on the last trip for Cut right now. 3 of 3 on the night from the free throw line. Game high 13 points now on the night for Caden Cutright.
Played really well, especially the second half of the season as well.
Ebert ahead to Snyder. Now Snyder to Smith for 3, off the mark. Hoops the rebound for Unioto. Hoops down the lane, passes it out to Fitch. And now Fitch will back it out for the Shermans.
A lot of dribbling.
Perkins off the screen, down the lane, out to Fitch, a straight on 3, yes!
That was a great individual play by Blake Fitch to slide over and set that screen and roll back, and a great find from KB Perkins.
Vikings now quickly down the floor. Myers a corner 3, puts it in. Carter Myers from the left corner. His second 3 tonight, and a timeout for the Vikings. Full timeout for River Valley. We'll take it with them. You're watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Back-to-back threes on the Convo floor prior to the timeout for River Valley. 5-point lead for the Shermans here in the third quarter. High-scoring affair so far.
Yeah, big 3 from Carter Myers right there for River Valley. He's got 11.
Zikafus lasers it down low to Blake Hoops. Tough interior defense from Sawyer Weston. Zickafoos now bounces it over. Perkins inside, can't get it to go, but able to draw the foul.
Yeah, good work there by Zickafoos. And then Perkins on the backside cut.
That's his third, team fourth.
So a third foul on Eli Snyder.
To the line with 2, KB Perkins.
Believe the third trip to the line tonight for Perkins. Had 2 free throws earlier in the game and then had that and one opportunity. I also believe 4 of 4 from the stripe.
Yep, the Shermans are 13 of 13. Perkins 4 of 4. And in a game like this, you need to do everything you can well. Free throws are one of those little things.
First miss from the free throw line tonight for the Shermans. Luke Axline back onto the floor for River Valley. Myers pass down low to Chase Smith, who banks it in. Nice find from the 6'5 sophomore, Carter Myers. Shermans now quickly the other way. Caden Cutright can't connect from downtown. Weston the rebound for the Vikings.
Yeah, with how well Cutright shot, not a bad shot.
Weston going all the way through contact. Can't bank it in, but able to draw the foul.
I don't really like just watching from over here. I don't know what Zickafoos is doing there because he's going completely away from. There's no way he's making that shot. Just let him go and take that shot. If he goes and takes it quick.
Just the first foul of the quarter for Unioto. Sawyer Weston knocks down the first. 4 fouls in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter for River Valley.
Yeah, it's the second on Zickafoos.
Split pair at the line for Sawyer Weston. Back to a 1-possession ball game. Shermans lead by 3. Zickafoos feed to Perkins. Perkins inside through traffic, banks it in along with the foul.
Good work by KB Perkins. Using that left hand at such a high level, getting across his body, across the lane, getting up off the glass for 2.
To the line with the bonus, KB Perkins.
Second and 1 finish tonight for Perkins. This time he's unable to convert the 3-point play. Carter Myers the rebound for River Valley. Smith up and under, too strong off the glass. Zickafoos nearly out of the pack for Unioto. Now far side, it's Carter Myers who last touched it. And it'll be Unioto basketball.
Yeah, Smith, I think, just got a little antsy there because he got absolutely wide open in the middle of the lane, just a little too hard off the glass. Then the loose ball goes out of bounds.
5 team fouls in the quarter for River Valley, so any common foul will be 2 free throws for Unioto for the remainder of the third quarter. Welch down low to Perkins, over to Coy, now Hoops. Down the lane, Blake Hoops, out to Welch, corner 3, yes!
It's a big-time shot, great play by Blake Hoops on the drift pass, and then Welch, the sophomore, buries it.
Ebert going all the way, answers off the glass for the deuce.
And a great move by Chase Ebert to get past his man and get all the way to the hoop.
Finch now down low to Coy, who banks it in. Fast-paced action here at the Convo.
And this is what Unioto wants. Out of their bench guys, they want them to get in the motion of play. and to get some open looks. Coy and Welch each with a big shot here in the third.
Weston off the screen, fires, but can't connect from downtown. Hoops brings it in for the Shermans. Finch down the lane, running out of room, out to Perkins. Now Coy spinning down low, can't roll it in, but an offensive rebound for Jack Welch. Up for the putback, able to draw the foul.
Nice play there by Welch. And that's one of the reasons why Unioto is going to be really excited about what they still have coming back. They lose 3 really good seniors, but you're going to add in Coy and Welch getting more playing time. And we've seen so far tonight what they're able to do. And they do it very, very well.
88% from the line on the season for Jack Welch.
Hudson Pollock back into the game for Luke Axline.
Hudson Pollock back in for River Valley, replacing Luke Axline. Split pair for Jack Welch. 9-point lead for the Shermans. Weston a skip pass. Here's Myers, another corner 3. This time can't connect. Offensive rebound for Pollock, thrown back into play and scooped up by Coy. Final minute here in the third quarter. Shermans by 9. Hoops driving on Weston, lost the basketball, and it's picked up by Myers. Vikings with numbers. Here's Smith for 3, off the mark. Myers the offensive rebound, putback won't go, but a late foul. 2 free throws coming up for the 6'5" sophomore, Carter Myers.
Isaac Coy the foul, that's his first, team second. Carter Myers at the line, 2 to take.
Good work by Myers of crashing in there.
Now 12 points on the night for Carter Myers, 2 rebounds shy of a double-double.
Yeah, 6'5" sophomore is going to be a big-time player for this River Valley team.
2 for 2 on the trip for Myers. 7-point lead for the Shermans, 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Fitch into the half court for the Shermans. 6 now, 5 to shoot for Unioto. Fitch spinning inside with the left hand, can't roll it in. Hoops inside for the rebound and a foul. It looks like it'll be against River Valley. Hudson Pollock. 2 free throws with less than a second to go in the third quarter for Blake Hoops.
Yeah, you're hearing a lot of boos right now from the River Valley people, and I get it because it looked like both guys just going after the ball. Ultimately, it is awarded to Blake Hoops as being the one who got fouled.
Split pair for Blake Hoops. 50-42 the score after 3. 8 minutes to go in regulation here in the regional semifinal. We'll take a break. You're watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Glow Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glowhio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
(50-42), Unioto leading after 3. 8 minutes to go in regulation. Regional final in the Elite 8 round coming up this Sunday. The winner will have the winner of New Lexington and Maysville set to tip off here at the Convo later on tonight at 8 p.m. Vikings with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. Weston to Myers, top of the key with Ebert. And a foul on the floor against Jackson Zickafoos.
The good news for Unioto is on the floor. Bad news, that's 3 on Zickafoos, and you need him. And also, it's a very early foul here in the fourth.
So the possession continues for River Valley. Far side, Weston. Off the screen to the free throw line, out to Smith. Now Smith hop-stepping back to Weston.
Each team only with 1 turnover in the third quarter.
Owen Osting back onto the floor to begin the quarter for River Valley. Missed a lot of time picking up his 3rd foul in the third quarter. And John, River Valley beginning the fourth quarter much similar to how Unioto began the third.
Yeah, I think they'll take winning the fourth quarter by just as much.
Ebert lobs it down low to Myers, off the glass and blocked by Perkins, but a foul.
It's been the same official multiple times, just not had a very good night.
Carter Myers to the stripe. He will shoot.
If there's a foul, that's probably on David Long.
Second foul in just the first 59 seconds of the fourth quarter for Unioto.
Yeah, Myers now 6 for 6 at the line.
Placing David Long.
Hoops back in for the Shermans, replacing David Long. As Carter Myers sinks the pair. Full court pressure for River Valley. Fitch penetrates down low with the right hand, banks it in.
Good work by Fitch, getting through a little bit of contact there, getting it high up the glass. 9 points now for the SVC Player of the Year.
Along with that, the Division IV District 14 Co-Player of the Year, along with Hillsborough's Tate Davis. Ebert moving from 15 feet off the front iron.
8th board for Blake Hoops. I think Unioto will want to try to go a good bit on this possession.
Perkins spinning inside, back out beyond the arc with Fitch. Fitch now drives with the right hand and blocked by Osting. Smith lobs it ahead and it's taken away by Hoops down to Perkins. Deflected out of bounds, but last touched by Perkins. Chase Smith forces the turnover for the Shermans.
And Smith needed to do that after the turnover. We'll give him the steal.
And we've talked about it all night long. The active hands of Chase Smith on the defensive side has been dangerous for the Vikings. Ebert now, nice find over to Osting, who banks it in.
Great pass from Ebert.
Perkins quickly the other way, but over the head of Cutright and out of bounds.
And that's stuff you can't have. 5.5 minutes left, you're up 6. Yeah, that's gonna help put the game away if you get it. But if you don't, now you give them another possession. He touched it.
So a good thing, John, as you said, Cutright did make contact with the basketball, or it would have been underneath on the other end for River Valley.
Yeah, only the 7th turnover for Unioto.
Ebert shake and bake into the corner. Weston can't connect from 3. Offensive rebound for Myers. Now Weston, a 15-footer is good.
Back down to a 4-point game. Weston's had a really nice night.
Fitch now off the screen inside. Fitch lost the basketball and an offensive foul on Blake Fitch. Vikings gonna take over.
Player control foul charge to number 3, Blake Fitch. His second, team third.
Third foul of the quarter against Unioto. Outstanding defensive play to begin the fourth for the Vikings. Ebert into the corner with Weston. Now Weston back to Smith for 3. Puts it in. Chase Smith from downtown brings the Vikings back within 1.
Smith hadn't shot the ball well at all tonight. Finally gets his feet set. Cuts the lead back down to 1.
Timeout Unioto.
Ten points now for Chase Smith.
Full timeout for the Shermans. We'll take it with them. You're watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to the Convocation Center here in Athens. At the timeout, it's Sherman's basketball. They lead by 1 over River Valley.
Unioto only 1 for 2 here in this fourth quarter with 3 turnovers. Had to fix that in a hurry.
Perkins double-teamed Fitch, wide open underneath for the deuce. Less than 4 minutes to go here in the final quarter. Ebert pushing the tempo, up with the right hand, blocked by Zikafus, hoops the rebound for the Shermans.
And Zikafus does such a good job of blocking shots at their apex.
So the Shermans a score and a stop out of the timeout. Zikafus corner 3, can't connect. Cutright deflects it out of bounds. River Valley basketball. One possession basketball game here in the regional semifinal. Smith for the tie, can't connect. Zikafus the rebound ahead to Cutright. Sherman's without numbers, so they'll slow things down.
But that's what you want. You want your best shooter. You want your best shooter taking a good look there to possibly tie the game.
Sawyer Weston picks up the foul, his second. As Jack Welch returns for the Shermans, replacing Caden Cutright.
Now you're going to go with a little stronger ball handling.
Welch running out of time, bounces it into Fitch. Fitch down the lane, out to hoops for three, off the mark. Perkins there for the putback, but the second effort won't fall. Smith now up the near sideline for the Vikings. Top of the key, long three. Carter Myers connects for the triple.
Carter Myers has been huge all night. 18 now for the sophomore. We're tied for the first time since the second quarter.
54 all here in the final 2.5 minutes. Hoops down the lane, fading away with the left hand, rolls it up and in.
Hoops' first basket since the first quarter. 14 now for the senior.
Sherman's back out in front by a pair. As Ebert through contact, able to drop it in from about 10 feet out. As Sawyer Weston picks up the foul.
It was a slightly tough shot there by Ebert. Forces it up. I think thought he was going to get the foul called.
I think everybody in the arena thought he was going to get the foul call. Caden Cutright returns for the Shermans, replacing Zikafus. Final 2 minutes of regulation, 56 all here at the Convo. Welch loose with the basketball, and it's scooped up by Myers. And a timeout for River Valley. Full timeout for Coach Brown and the Vikings. We'll take it with them. You're watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
$1:26 to go in regulation. In tonight's Sweet 16 matchup between the Unioto Shermans and River Valley Vikings. Third time out tonight for Rod Brown. Viking basketball out of the timeout.
They got a lot of ball handlers in, so if they wanted to, they could probably run it down. But I don't know if that's in them. I don't know if that's their style. But you got 3 really good guards.
3 team fouls for Unioto, just 2 for River Valley, and another timeout for the Vikings. As Coach Rod Brown is irate. This one of the 30-second variety, the 4th timeout tonight for the Vikings.
Yeah, whatever they wanted to run, they did not run, clearly, because Coach Brown was a little fired up there. But that's the positive thing about having timeouts. Still have 1 timeout to give. Now for Unioto, you still have a foul to give and the possession arrow. So you have to look for that if you're talking in the defense right now. if you're River Valley, you're getting some good looks. So, I mean, I think that ultimately the only thing I would say if I'm coaching River Valley here is Unioto will hold for the last shot. Like, you're not getting the ball back unless, you take it all the way down yourself. So you have to be ready for that just in case.
Chase Ebert will inbound far side. Into Chase Smith. Smith guarded by Cutright into the timeline. Now less than a minute to go here at the Convo as Zickafoos forces the takeaway and a quick foul from Owen Osting. We talked about it all last week. Zickafoos' ability to shut down opposing teams' top scorers, and the junior comes away with a big takeaway here in the final 60 seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, big thing. That's only the third team foul, so they still have one to give. Unioto has 2 timeouts, possession arrow. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to run this down to the last shot.
Finch now beats the timer into the half court. As John, you mentioned, the Shermans most likely want to hold for last here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and River Valley can still be really aggressive defensively because they still have a foul to give.
Cutright drives, bounce to Perkins, inside, Perkins can't finish. But an offensive rebound for Blake Hoops and a foul against River Valley. Owen Osting picks up the Vikings foul, his 5th. So his night is done. So who will Rod Brown send to the scores table to replace Osting? And this is something we've talked about. They get a little bit of time here to make the switch for a fouled out player.
I'm guessing Eli Snyder, just because he's played a little bit more. It will not be. It'll be Luke Axline, which I think physically gives them a similar matchup here.
Finch lobs it into Hoops. 10 to shoot for the Shermans. 6 now 5. Finch down the lane. Up for the layup. Trips and lost it. Picked up by Axline and the timeout for River Valley. Final timeout in regulation for the Vikings. It'll be a full timeout, just 0.8 of a second to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, and really that's just one of those things happens. The foul has to be so egregious. I don't even know if there's a foul there. I'm just saying it has to be so egregious that it has to be called. And on that, it just looked like maybe a slip, and that's why it's not going to get called. And that's ultimately what a coach would prefer anyway. You want to see it the cleanest thing possible down the stretch.
And of course, the one time I drive down here, we're going to have an overtime.
Right. Presented by Perfection One, just in case.
56 all. They throw 0.6 of a second back onto the scoreboard, so it's 1.4 to go in the fourth quarter. Full length of the court for River Valley.
Yeah, and for Unioto, I don't know if you put anyone on the ball. You can foul. Just be smart. I mean, 1.4, I think is just way too close to them catching and going up with it.
It'll be Chase Ebert to inbound along the baseline, and a timeout for Unioto.
Going to be a 30. I mean, if it goes to overtime, they'd still have one left.
30-second timeout.
but I believe you get one extra in the overtime period, so they'd have 2, and River Valley would have 1 going into the extra period.
The only thing I would think here is maybe you throw somebody like a Coy or a Zikafus on the ball just because they can't run with the ball. So it's got to be stationary, so you're not going to run over somebody, which I've seen here on this floor before. I think it was Chris Barnes when he was at South Point, the Ironton coach. Ran a perfectly designed play, and then this guy missed on the free throw.
Sherman's electing to not put anybody on Chase Ebert, who will inbound for the Vikings. Ebert into Smith, throws it up. I tell you what, John, there for a second it looked like it was going in. 56 all after 4. Extra basketball here at the Convo. Overtime period coming up. Here in a moment, you're watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
.56 all after 4. 4 more minutes here at the Convo. One of these teams going to advance to the regional final this Sunday. They'll have the winner of New Lexington and Maysville coming up here at the Convo, scheduled for an 8 p.m. tip, but you got to figure that'll be pushed back just a little bit. No medal or net cutting ceremony, so that should speed up the in-between process a little bit, but most likely a pushback tip-off between Maysville and New Lexington.
Yeah, you get 30 minutes to warm up, so they'll probably let the benches be cleared pretty quickly, and then they'll probably just go straight 30 from there. And really, both teams have done what they've needed to in this game. Unioto shot the ball like crazy from three-point range. But River Valley was able to step up and force turnovers late to get themselves back into this game. They made a couple of big shots down the stretch. Unioto was able to get a couple stops as well. So, I mean, it's just been, they've both done little things to get themselves to show that they belong at this point. And we've had an instant classic.
Perkins and Myers to the center circle. Overtime underway. It'll be River Valley to start. And Myers fires and connects from downtown. Vikings off to a 3-0 start here in overtime.
He goes with a quick tip and then immediately steps in and drills the 3. Big-time 3 from Carter Myers.
9 of the 10 starting 5 on the floor to begin overtime. River Valley without Owen Osting, who fouled out in the fourth quarter. Blake Hoops up with the left hand, can't bank it in. Hoops the offensive rebound and called for the travel. Scoring a stop to begin the extra frame for the Vikings. Weston lobs it ahead to Myers. Ebert down low to Axline. Now Weston, 15-footer is good.
Yeah, really good work so far in this overtime by River Valley. That's over and back.
Costly turnover in transition for the Shermans.
Yeah, just too many turnovers down the stretch for Unioto.
And a takeaway for the Shermans, picked up by Fitch, nearly a kickball for Unioto. Now Fitch dribbles it off his own foot, and it's taken away by Axline. And a foul on Caden Cutright. Fourth team foul for the Shermans. And a quick foul against Blake Hoops. Sawyer Weston will head to the line for 2 shots.
71% free throw shooter on the season. He's 3 for 5 tonight.
Team foul. To the line with 2, Sawyer Weston.
$17 points on the night for Sawyer Weston. Split pair for the senior. As Chase Smith nearly takes it away.
Somebody's got to go just get the ball right now for Unioto and go attack. Because right now, just a lot of cross-court passes, loose dribbles.
6-0 to begin the extra frame. Here's Fitch. Fitch down low, spins, fading away, and puts it in from about 6 feet out.
Needed that in a big way.
Timeout, Unioto. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with the Shermans. You're watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
We welcome you back to Richland Avenue. 62-58, River Valley leading Unioto here in overtime.
2 minutes to a 3-turn.
And River Valley with a costly turnover out of the Shermans timeout.
That's about the first or second time they've looked lackadaisical tonight. Every other time it's been laser focused in everything they're trying to do, and that time it was just kind of lazy. And fortunately for Unioto, they end up getting the ball out of bounds.
Fitch lobs it into Cutright, deflected but brought in by Perkins. Hoops tries a long 3 off the mark. Rebound, Chase Smith. Now Weston down the lane. Right-handed runner won't go, but Weston the offensive rebound. Out to Ebert and a foul against Blake Hoops. So Ebert will head to the line for 2 shots. 58% from the stripe on the season is Chase Ebert.
Chase Ebert's at the line. He will have 2 to take.
Ebert unable to knock down the first.
If you're Unioto, you don't have to shoot a 3. You just want to get a good look.
Oh for 2 on the trip for Ebert. And a rebound for Blake Hoops, but KB Perkins quickly fouled by Ebert.
It's really not the worst foul for Ebert.
Perkins 63% from the free throw line this season. Had a solid night from the stripe here tonight.
Yeah, made his first 4. He's missed his last 2.
Perkins unable to make the first. Split pair for KB Perkins. Coy returns for Unioto, and Hudson Pollock back in for River Valley. Back down to a 1-possession ball game here at the Convo.
Say 11 and 5 are the 2 you don't want to foul if you're Unioto.
Cutright nearly forces the takeaway, but he's called for the foul.
He had a hand on it. It is what it is.
So Chase Smith will head to the line for 2 shots. 85% from the line on the season. So the 6-foot junior Chase Smith. Axline returns for River Valley. Big free throw now for Chase Smith. Back up to a 4-point lead for the Vikings. Fitch now into the half court for Unioto. Hoops to Cutright, he fires, but can't connect from downtown. Cutright fighting for the offensive rebound, and he fouls Chase Ebert.
Good play, just unable to get it to fall. Now Ebert, who's 0 for 2 at the line, gets a chance to make good on that with this trip.
Back to the strike with the double bonus, Chase Ebert.
Ebert able to knock down the first. Two for 2 on the trip for Chase Ebert. 6-point lead now for River Valley. Perkins down the lane, up for the layup. Can't get it to go, but able to draw the foul.
Good work by Perkins there. Tried to get to the basket.
Carter Miles with the foul. That's his third.
Third foul on Myers.
KB Perkins, 2 shots.
2 free throws now for KB Perkins as he's able to connect on the first.
Hudson Pollock back in for Luke Axline.
Split pair for KB Perkins. 5-point lead for River Valley. Ebert now into the half court, lost the basketball. Picked up by Hoops in transition. Hoops connects from downtown.
And once again, it was just a player thinking that the foul was going to be called. Ebert helped to the floor, but then a big play there by Blake Hoops to pick it up and then bury that triple.
Full timeout for the Shermans. So they trail by 2 with around 40 seconds to go here in the overtime period. Nearly said the fourth quarter, but I forgot we had some extra basketball here tonight.
Yes, we do. It's been a very good game. It's both teams doing positives to win the game, but also some negatives down the stretch here as well. And ultimately, you want to see the teams just battling here. And that's what we're getting for over 31 minutes now. So one timeout left, right, for River Valley, none for Unioto. Possession arrow still goes to Unioto. Fouls are going to be free throws for whoever.
.3 to go in overtime. 2-point lead for the Vikings. Ebert set to inbound. Easily into Myers. Now Smith into the half court.
Got a foul here.
Weston back to Ebert. Now Weston double teamed and a foul.
It's not, and I think not having a ton of scouting, maybe not fouling, Ebert, maybe because he's the point guard, but
2 big free throws now for Sawyer Weston. He's unable to knock down the first. And John, some of the top free throw shooters for the Vikings struggling a bit here in the fourth quarter and overtime.
Yeah, and if I'm Unioto here, no matter what happens here, I'm still going to go for 2. Now, if you have an open 3, take it. But they're not shooting really well at the free throw line right now, so put more pressure on them.
Second shot for Weston is good. 3-point lead now for the Vikings. 20 seconds to go here at the Convo. Perkins now to Cutright. 12 now, 11 to shoot. Fitch driving to the basket, out to Perkins. Perkins inside, up for the layup, banks it in. The clock continues to run and expires, and that'll do it. (66-65) the final. The River Valley Vikings are moving on to the regional final this Sunday. They'll have the winner of Maysville and New Lexington. Set to tip off at 8 p.m. here at the Convo tonight. Most likely will be pushed back due to the overtime period here in the front half of the doubleheader here tonight.
Probably would go about 8:15. Great crowd tonight also for both these teams. A little closer for Unioto, but a really nice job of traveling by River Valley. But man, what a game.
66-65 the final. Here in Athens, we'll take a break. You've been watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. as in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glowhio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Now here's a little Wendy's menu hack for you. If you want a super fresh, high-quality burger every time, just tell them you want a hamburger. And then they'll give you one right off the grill. Made for you, not waiting on you. No code words required. Every single hamburger, every single time. Okay, so that's not really a menu hack. When it's made fresh every time, gotta be Wendy's.
We welcome you back to the Convo here in Athens. I forgot that they reset the scoreboard. It was a 66-65 final. River Valley moving on to the regional final this Sunday.
Yeah, it's a great game, and the stuff at the end, it's there's nothing you can really do it. I mean, it's at most there's maybe like a tenth of a second that could have been on at most, and that's these guys are watching it at the naked eye, so it's not like they can easily see how much time's left when the shot goes up. And River Valley did what you're supposed to do right there. You don't even take it out because Unioto doesn't have a timeout left. At most, they're going to get like a tenth of a second left. But because it's not seen, it's not called. And even then, they probably aren't getting a touch on it. So good defense, forcing Unioto to take a lot of time on that possession. And then ultimately, time just runs out on the Shermans.
We've mentioned River Valley moving on to the regional final that is this Sunday. I believe that one is a 2 p.m. tip. I believe Division V is the next game at 4 p.m. So we'll see if we have any area teams in that one, as we'll have Minford and Garroway tomorrow night, along with Chesapeake and Martins Ferry. That is the Division V doubleheader that can be found live here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. New Lexington and Maysville now warming up. We will not have this game live, but the winner of that one will move on to said regional final on Sunday to take on River Valley.
Yeah, there's plenty of other places you can view it. Just look for it and you'll find it. So for River Valley, they were led by sophomore Carter Myers with 21 points, 13 rebounds. Sawyer Weston with 19 points, 5 rebounds. 11 points for Chase Smith, 6 points for Chase Ebert, 3 points for Eli Snyder, and then 2 points for Owen Osteen. For Unioto, they finish at 22-4. They were led in scoring by Blake Hoops with 17 points, 11 rebounds. 14 points for KB Perkins along with 5 rebounds. 13 points and 4 assists for Blake Fitch. 13 points, 2 assists for Caden Cartwright. 4 points for Jack Welch. And then 4 points for Isaac Coy. So the seniors for Unioto, Hoops, Perkins, and Cutright all go out. Excellent games. 44 points combined between the three, and they will return next season with, Coy and Fitch, Welch, Zickafoos, and several others that should be a pretty strong team once again next season. But outstanding season for the Shermans, just come up 1 point short.
As we said, the Division V doubleheader of regional semis tomorrow night here at the Convo can all be found live here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. Both John and I will have the Menford and Garraway contest at 6 p.m., and then Carson Francis will slide over, as he is an Athens native, over here to the Convo for the Chesapeake and Martins Ferry nightcap. But for tonight, that'll wrap it up. Big thank you to Kenneth A. for making the trip down here to the Convo, providing excellent camera work as always, as River Valley coming away with the 66-65 win over Unioto. For Kenneth A. and John Bruce, I'm Dewey Daly saying so long from the Convo here in Athens. You've been watching Ohio High School Boys Regional Tournament Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.